So, as the organizers of this event, what is your aim for having such a meeting?
The aim or the objectives of such a meeting is to present the investors, the potential investors, those that have the money and the means and the technology and the knowledge to invest, and they're willing to invest in Africa and to partner with African, to present to them to project and project promoters and companies in Africa that are looking for their knowledge. Not always the money, but often their knowledge, the capacity development, the abilities, and the technology. So the idea is really to present one another and to allow for a platform to discuss the issues, the challenges, the opportunities in Africa, because people like to speak about Africa and to mention only a list of so many challenges and difficulties. But on the other hand, you have so many opportunities. You have a big return, obviously, on your investment that you have rarely in other places in the world. You have a better management of many of the countries. You have quite a number of African countries that are already listed on the top of doing business, the report of doing business that the World Bank is doing, and so on. So we really want to bring these two big groups together to see what projects can be financed, how to bring more investment into Africa, and how to develop the continent to the benefit of all.
Okay. Experts say that by 2063, Africa will have reached its potential in terms of business and will be at least almost level with the rest of the world. Do you think initiatives like these are the ones that are going to make that happen?
I think that these initiatives and these meetings will help us get closer to the objectives. I'm not sure that we will get to this objective 2063, like we'll unfortunately not get to the objective of the MDG of 2015, which is just tomorrow almost. But if you have more meetings like this one that is really aimed and targeted to the business meetings, I always say that learning is very, very important, obviously. Education is extremely important. Sharing experiences is very important. But tomorrow you leave the conference and you need to have something in hand, and I would love that you have in hand also a business plan, an investment plan, a partner that you discuss as interested in your project. So I really want to see that things are invested in Africa, that projects are developed in Africa, that ideas are nurtured in such a way that you can identify your good partner. This is why the B2B sessions are so important to us, and we worked so hard to make sure that you really, at the end of the day, you had 10 meetings, and out of them at least 2 are profitable, are real practical meetings. And I think that if we multiply and replicate this type of meetings and conferences and B2B sessions, we will certainly get closer to our objective, the objective of development.
I know you're very interested in agriculture and what is the other one?
Agribusiness.
Agribusiness and what's the other
Agri-food? Agri-food industry?
Yeah, the agri-food industry adding value.
Mm-hmm.
Adding value, because the problem right now is they sell raw and then say,
correct.
For example, coffee, it comes here and then it goes correct. Back to Africa.
And those that make money obviously are the non-African.
Yes. So what do you think? What do you think the way forward is in this instance like that?
I think that you first need to encourage and to promote better education in Africa. And when I say education, it's obviously primary and secondary education, but it is more professional education, so professional capacity. Once you have the professional capacity, once you improve the business environment, which goes with obviously with politics also, then you can set up a production unit of chocolate, and not to sell the cocoa beans to Europe, and the Europeans and the Americans and the Asians do all the money and you get so very little. Okay, but you need to have the capacity. You need to have the willing. You need to have infrastructure. You need to have energy. You need to have running water. You need to have roads. And I think that the situation is improving. This is why, yes, the challenges, I say, are all still always very high and very big and very numerous, but the situation is improving. And there are countries in Africa that are listed on top of the doing business, of the World Bank report of doing business, meaning that some governments, some leaders, regional, provincial, federal leaders, are making an effort to improve the situation and to improve the environment in their countries. Let us learn from them. Let us try and copy the good things from them. And then I think we will get to closer to achieve the goals that we set, whether a millennium or not millennium, but we will advance.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you.